Music was my first love, and it will be my last. But how can it be so bloody difficult to book a band or a DJ or a singer for the event or the party you're organizing? My name is Eline Leijten, I'm from Amsterdam, and I'm founder and CEO of Plugify, the online marketplace that has made it ridiculously easy to book live music. During my studies, I used to be a singer in the Hermes house band. You might recall it from the famous I Will Survive La 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 song. Back in the days, I used to perform around 70 times per year, as this was a well-known established band in the Netherlands. 5 years later, I still received requests from friends, family. They were organizing their wedding or their company party and asking me, hey, do you know, how can I book a band or a DJ for this event? And these are millennials who source their entire lives online. They use Deliveroo, Uber, Helpling, Airbnb every day. Except me, I was their go-to platform for booking music. I found that quite ridiculous, and this has actually led me to come to found Plugify. Because back in the days, booking live music was indeed complex and costly. If you would turn to Google, you would end up at the websites of traditional middlemen who wouldn't have any user-generated reviews, who wouldn't display transparent prices, and who would have a really bad UX, basically dating back from 1999. On the other hand, as I now sing in a different band, in a less well-known band, I experience how hard it is for an artist to get booked. While there is so much talent out there on the conservatories across the world who wish to have a stage and who wish to perform. And this obvious inefficiency in a big market that has great parallels with the hotel and restaurant business as they used to work in the early days, has led me to quit my job as a strategy consultant and found the online platform for booking live music, Plugify. So how it works is actually quite similar to what we know from other marketplaces. Artists can register themselves with a button on the right upper screen. There's no screening up front. And you can just look and search for the artist of your liking. Prices are displayed instantly, and you can contact the artist through the messaging system. You can book and pay online, and afterwards you leave a review. Plugify takes a 15% commission per transaction. After we launched in the Benelux in March 2016, we immediately gained traction. And this enabled us to raise a crowdfunding campaign in convertible notes of 770,000 euros in September 2016. This enabled us to grow and to get a significant leading position in the Dutch market. We are now achieving 900,000 euros in GMV in 2018. And the purpose of my visit to NOAH is to get to know you, basically, the European marketplace investors, or the investors with a focus on the creative industry. I am now preparing with the team to launch in Germany next year, and we are eager to meet German or British marketplace investors or investors with a focus on the creative industry. Furthermore, we are now raising a bridge capital round to actually beta launch in Germany next year. So angel investors, I would also love to meet you. Let me spend the couple of minutes I have left to tell you a bit more about how we roll. Firstly, our philosophy is that we strongly believe in building a top-notch product. That has resulted in a Net Promoter Score of 69, of which we are very proud. And this is a score not given by artists, who of course are very happy to be on stage thanks to Plugify, but this is a score given by people who book through the platform. We believe you need to build and you need to focus on growth and product right now, and you can monetize that in a later stage. How Google Works is my favorite book in that regard. As such, we have now managed to grow Plugify organically, as 74% of our requests we receive is received through organic channels. This makes it a very lean and mean machine. Currently, 50% of our revenue is generated in the wedding segment, and actually word of mouth is our viral element. You can imagine this is a product you would like to recommend to a friend when you're sitting in a bar. Right now, this dynamic results in our acquisition costs being paid back immediately. Even though we have 15% recurring revenue, which is high for a business model that actually would seem to be a one-off acquisition, as a frequency for a B2C proposition can be quite low, we still manage to get to 15% because we have a bunch of frequent bookers that are event venues in the Netherlands and have committed to come back to us for the coming years. As such, we pay 52 euros per booking in marketing acquisition costs, and that generates us net revenue, so that is commission revenue, after taxes of 73 euros per booking. And the market is out there. This is a 13 billion euro European market that is highly fragmented and right now crowded by a bunch of traditional middlemen who operate in all these geographies. And there are two players out there that come to mind and that are obvious, also trying to do the same thing in the European market, that is Encore in the UK and Gigmit in Germany. But we are a player in the Benelux, which is obviously, the map shows, quite a small market. We have a small team, 5 FTE only, and we launched way later than they did. Nevertheless, we have gained more traction than they have, so that actually shows and emphasizes the superior nature of our product right now and makes us the best positioned to capture the European market, which is what we aim to do over the course of the coming years. Our product is the only product that offers full search functionality. So the business model of the competitors out there is you list a gig, you say, I'm looking for a band on this date in this place, and then bands can apply. You can imagine how many bands will apply to such a listing. We are the only product out there where you can actually search. And we're ready to scale aggressively.
Absolutely, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are, and we'll know all about that in a conversation with Plugify. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Plugify.